So I want to ask you, who are you? Can I just have everyone say, who are you, Nick? Go. 1, 2, 3. So I am Nick Vujicic. I have a mind, yes. A body, yes. A spirit and a soul, yes. Okay. Who was Nick Vujicic before he became the famous Nick Vujicic? What was his name? Nick Vujicic. He had a heart, a mind, a body, spirit, and a soul. Same categories. Is Nick Vujicic now more valuable as a speaker than not a speaker? No. Is Nick more valuable now as a human being than anyone on the planet? No. I am not more valuable than any single person on the planet, whether they're an orphan, a sex slave, from any race or religion. I am no more important, I am no more valuable than any single human being on the planet. Let's start there. Who am I? I am a human being that has chosen to try my best. I am a human being that has found faith in God. I have found freedom in being compassionate. I am known by some as a generous person. I am known by some as a leader. I am known by some as an author. I am known by some as a speaker, but I don't care about my achievements. This is the question. Am I a giver or a taker? Am I a forgiving person or am I a bitter person? Am I patient or am I kind? Who I am, how I live, that's the key. There is not another Nick Vujicic. There will never ever be another Nick Vujicic. There is not another you. There will never be another you. What does your wife think of you? What does your son think of you? I don't care what your work colleagues think of you. What does your daughter think of you? What does your family think of you? Are you a giver or are you a taker? Are you an encourager or a discourager? Are you an optimist or are you pessimist? Are you happy with who you are yet? I know I'm not. But here it is. You see my goal? This represents my future. I don't know what my future has and what I can do. But I know where I am and I am honest. Everyone say honest. You can tell when someone's dishonest. You can tell when someone's authentic. When I talk about authenticity, you first got to be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with your own weaknesses, how will you ever improve your weaknesses to be stronger? Does that make sense? I don't care if you're rich or poor, but I'll care if you're kind or not. I don't care if you're successful in the business level, but I'll care if you really care about your family or not. Who you are, you need to take one step at a time. One step at a time. Because at my funeral, guys, they're not going to talk about Nick Vujicic, motivational speaker, wrote 6 books, #1 in 7 countries, translated in 36 languages, spoke 2,700 times to 5.5 million people, met 12 presidents, spoke at 7 congresses, spoke to 400 million people in 2013, speaking to 400 million people in 2015. Nick raised millions of dollars for the poor and gave away wheelchairs. They're not going to talk about that. Nick was an actor, Nick was a speaker, Nick made a movie. Who cares? The most important thing about you is you, about your peace. Are you happy with you? And first of all, take care of the basics before you talk about building. Does that make sense? Take care of the basics until you take care of the building. If you don't take care of the foundation, I don't care what you build on it, it's going to fall. Does that make sense?